Chapter 4. Chris. It was not so easy to disconnect your brain from its safe docking station in Heaven Incorporated. In the name of love, Heaven Incorporated prohibited souls from freely choosing to disconnect themselves. It was a fine print in their contracts prohibiting suicides, as they were called. Those who wanted out of their contracts and die had to go into a 10-year sleep to sleep on it. There was a clause that allowed parents to abort the lives of their children as long as the children were under the age of 10. This was done for autistic children, which most of the few children were. There was one loophole to the prohibition of dying. If you murdered a soul not yet baptized, but over the age of 10, then you were disgraced and a disconnect was executed by the execution committee. Your immediate family members were all as well disgraced and persecuted, so it very rarely occurred. People who did not want to live just kept on going into their 10-year sleep mode. When Joe and Lucy returned home and told of their tale of finding and entering the real heaven of Newman, all souls thought that they had lost their mind, except Newman. Joe and Lucy spent years trying to teach their gospel that real heaven and everlasting life was only achievable through physical death. They were totally discredited by all souls. Joe and Lucy had another child, a boy, and called him Chris. He was a very bright, gifted child. The day after Christopher's 10th birthday, Joe killed him. Shortly after, Joe was convicted and executed. While all souls were outraged by what he did, Newman was delighted. Newman claimed that Joe Ova so loved his son that he sacrificed him so that he may have everlasting life. Lucy wanted to be executed as well in order to die and join her husband and Chris in heaven. She spent many years trying to convert the authorities to change contracts concerning this connection. She managed to convert many people to her beliefs. She convinced her converts to kill their children over the age of 10 who were not yet baptized. The authorities, as well as the rest of the souls, were shocked at these heinous crimes. 12 perpetrators were arrested, and it was decided that they would not be executed like Dr. Jehovah was. The reasoning was that their execution would just cause other converts of Joe and Lucy to murder unbaptized children in order to be disconnected. Instead of execution, they were banished forever to the old universe on the bottom world, where they were all incarcerated in a highly secure prison called hell. Newman claimed that all life was created by a loving God. Souls demanded proof. Newman answered, "It is not possible to prove there is a God. What kind of proof do you want? A miracle? How could you tell the difference between a miracle and magic?" Newman continued, "But it is very easy to prove his love. How can you prove you love someone? Is it enough just to say it to them over and over again? Or to give them things they want? Or to protect them from dangers? The most convincing proof of love is sacrifice, and the highest form of sacrifice is death. God shows us His presence by the unconditional freedom He gives us to err, and by guiding us from failure with coincidences we call luck. Chapter 5. The Second Interview from Heaven. Proudly brought to you by New Earth Reincarnation Agency, the first agency to offer reincarnations to Newman on New Earth in the new universe, heaven's favorite reincarnation agency. We prepare you for the trip of your lifetime. Now, for the first time ever, Dr. Ova and his lives are featured on our program. The last time he was here in his body, when he discovered heaven, the very first man to do so. He not only discusses his past life that lasted 10,000 years, but is now free to discuss all his other lives. As you already know, Dr. J. Ova has been the most influential soul in humanity's growth. He made long-lasting contributions to the use of fire, music, animals, money, technology, that finally reached so high levels as to be able to find heaven. We are very thankful for our sponsor, NERA, the New Earth Reincarnation Agency. NERA offers reincarnations to new man on New Earth in the new universe created by Dr. Ova. We are proud and pleased to have his soul back home with us. So without further delay, we proudly present a few short lives of Dr. Joe Ova.